Hello and welcome to Day and Night Prime. I'm Jasleen Kaur.
And I'm Balpreet. What is marriage? It is that one institution which changes the meaning of life. It's not an easy ball game because it demands commitment, love and respect 24/7, 365 days a year, no offs, no excuses. You just have to be there.
But then that is a tall order for many. Freedom has an everlasting appeal. There is something liberating about being able to be yourself all your life, to be free, to pursue your passions, to live on your own terms. It's exhilarating. But how far is too far? Tonight on Prime, we talk about men and women who are single by choice.
So, what's life like before and after tying the knot? What would you consider before taking the plunge? Think about it.
It's very easy to get judgmental about those who choose to go through life without partners. But going beyond social diktats that govern morality, or seem to do so, a marriage can be scary. It's not easy to simply give a man or woman 50% stake in your life, not counting patents. You may be head over heels in love with someone, but imagine being at your beloved's beck and call always. Seeing the same face while going to sleep and waking up to the same face, even if you're not one to prefer a different face every time you sleep or wake up. Imagine not being able to hang out with friends as and when you want, not being able to chuck your job after a tiff with the boss, or being asked to talk when you want silence. That is scary. And what if the better half is a psycho, a sadist, alcoholic and downright abusive? Who in his or her right mind would get into this? Now imagine a loving companion by your side always. Imagine coming home to a smile and a hot cup of tea. Imagine a shoulder that lends itself whenever you're low, someone who will take care of you when you're sick or sad. Imagine the comfort of knowing someone is yours. Why would you throw that away?
How is it being single? We discuss this with our guests tonight. We are joined by Chevi Sabharwal, Professor of Sociology, Punjab University, Chandigarh, Bal Sehgal, entrepreneur, Suchitra Mitra, dancer, Shashi Prabha, writer and social worker. Bal, there is a quote by Sue Grafton. I love being single. It's almost like being rich. Do you feel the same way, Rich?
It is not by choice. In fact, there's an old saying, marriage is made in heaven. So I take it as destiny.
Okay.
So I never got married. It is not like I never wanted to get married. It has just happened.
So would you like to comment on the quote, Suchitra?
Well, I will go with his words only. It is not exactly by choice.
Okay.
It has just flown in, that's all.
So Suchitra, tell me, what defines a person as single? What definition would you give to yourself?
In fact, I never call myself as single because I'm always associated with my profession. My profession is dance, and dance is my life.
So you're one of those who believe that your work and your profession is the better half?
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. So I can say I'm always with my better half.
Shashi ji, are you single by choice?
Yeah, by choice, yes.
By choice.
By
What does that mean?
मैं बाइंडिंग जो है ना, बाइंडिंग शादी में बाइंडिंग तो होती है, मैं उसको पसंद नहीं करती. मैं अपनी शर्तों पे ही जीना मुझे अच्छा लगता है.
अच्छा,
तो इसलिए मैं शुरू से, बचपन से ही मेरे मन में ये फीलिंग थी, फ्रॉम चाइल्डहुड.
इस फीलिंग में अच्छा,
नॉट मैरिड.
और थ्रू आउट इस पूरी जर्नी में कभी भी इस फीलिंग को क्वेश्चन किया आपने? कभी डाउट हुआ इसके ऊपर?
नहीं नहीं, कोई अभी मुझे कोई रिपेंटेंस नहीं है. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी, वेरी सेटिस्फाइड.
अच्छा,
कोई ऐसी फीलिंग नहीं है.
अभी आप बिल्कुल अकेले रहते हो कि
नहीं, ऐसा है. मैं एक तो मेरी कमिटमेंट सोशल सर्विस के साथ है, तो उसमें मैं जो गरीब परिवारों के बच्चे हैं उनको कई बार अपने पास रख के पढ़ाने की कोशिश करती हूँ। कुछ 7 बच्चे अब तक मैंने रखे।
तो वो एक सेटिस्फेक्शन है?
हाँ, काफी सेटिस्फेक्शन होती है। कोशिश मैं करती हूँ, लेकिन सक्सेसफुल उसमें उतनी ज्यादा तो नहीं हुई, पर फिर भी मेरी कोशिश जारी। मैं ये नहीं कहती कि बच्चा मेरा अपना ही होना चाहिए, इस तरह की कोई फीलिंग नहीं है। तो बच्चे वैसे मुझे अच्छे लगते हैं, तो इस तरह की कोई बात नहीं है।
Sherry, I want to ask you, if we pick it up from her, is it really that clear? The line is very clear that being single is all about being independent and being in control, and being in a marriage, essentially marriage, it's all about compromises?
Let me start by saying I'm a product of a very successful marriage where the couple gave each other 100% space. 100%. I mean, happens rarely, but I've seen it happen.
Okay.
So for me, a marriage had to be like that. I have seen the ideal couple. My parents, fantastic synergies, fantastic relationship. Having said that, the question was very simple. Will I be able to have this? And I thought I can't. That's why the choice. It was very simple. If you can give me a better life than this, or even the life, the ones that my parents have led, and I have led with them, I'm all set for marriage.
But Sherry, just switch off your self from all the other 3 panelists. As a sociologist, now I want the same answer what Balpreet asked you.
For me, the question is not why people choose to remain single. As a sociologist, the question is why do people marry? Various reasons may be there. One reason is very simple, because everybody does so. Most people get married in at least traditional societies. कि ये तो होता ही है ना सोचना भी क्यों जो सब करते हैं. Or you may want to get married because you fall in love with someone and you want to be with that person. Or you might get married because, as it was mentioned by Shashi ji, that you have this nurturing instinct in you and you want children, and in countries like India you can't really normally have that feeling of nurturing till you have your own children. But the most important reason mostly is that, well, you have to do it, sab kar rahe hain. That is the tragic part for me. No, most people, maybe this generation does, but our generation and those before us never really thought about it. वो तो करनी ही है. Very few people जो आपने marriage by choice लिखा है, choice की as they themselves say choice नहीं थी. 2 of them at least have said that. It's not that they were against or pro marriage. It's just that it didn't happen.
Sherry, I want to revisit the word that you used. 100%. Your parents had 100% space, between them. What does that mean? Can you just kind of
you see,
explain?
we have stereotypes. We have after all, my parents have been brought up in India itself. So they have, of course, the stereotype that the wife has to do this kind of the work and the husband has to do this kind. We have roles assigned to male and females. We have authority structure. Ours was completely, the other way around,
which I believe is quite monotonous.
Yeah, in fact, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, for instance, if one of the partners doesn't want to go for a party, he or she will never tell the other one, tum bhi mat jao. And it's mostly my father who was the stay at home type, and he would tell my mother, mujhe nahi jana, and my mother would say, par shaadi par jana to hai, he says, maine tumhe roka hai, tum jao, 1 baje aao, 2 baje aao, mujhe kya fark padta hai. So there is absolutely no question of asking, and that of course went on to, it's a liberal setup. That was something that they exercised on me as well. I was never asked to do anything. I was allowed to do what I wanted to, and one of those choices was not get married.
शशि, क्या आपके पेयर सर्कल में आपके जो फ्रेंड्स हैं उनमें भी कोई ऐसे लोग हैं जो सिंगल हैं जिन्होंने शादी ना की हो?
नहीं, ऐसे नहीं हैं. तो बल्कि दोबारा भी कईयों ने ऐसे भी हैं मेरे सर्कल में, मेरी फ्रेंड्स में, जिन्होंने एक बार वो इसमें सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुए, फिर दोबारा भी की है.
ओके,
ऐसे भी हैं, लेकिन मैंने कभी उनको इस तरह का सजेशन तो नहीं दिया, मैंने रोका नहीं है, क्योंकि हमें ऐसे हमारा स्वभाव नहीं है रोकने का, लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा सक्सेसफुल तो शायद बाद में भी वो नहीं हुए.
Suchitra, according to you, what reasons do people have for staying single? Your reasons first. Let's discuss that.
It is not a very conscious arrangement that I have made, as I told you. So I don't know exactly. If you ask me my personal reason, there is no reason as such. I'm absolutely in love with my dance from my very childhood. And as luck could have been, what I love the most that has become my profession.
What do you come back to after work when you come home? What do you come back to?
I want to be alone, absolutely alone. Even when I'm back home in the sense, when I go back to Calcutta to my family, or even when I think about my, when I look back during my college days or when I was a lecturer, once I come back home, I always wanted to be alone. That is, I think, my nature is like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, had it been life with husband and children, how I would have reacted to that. But I wanted to be alone. That time the children will come and mama. I don't know how would I have.
What are your reasons of staying single? Your reasons?
In fact, I'm an entrepreneur too.
And a busy one.
And when you start your life, you have ambitions in life. First, let's settle down. And probably in my case, I had a rocky start, and whenever you think is a time to get married, there's something happened, so you postpone your decisions.
Okay.
That's probably the reasons.
But you always wanted to?
In fact, I was not engaged yet also.
Okay.
But issue was, of course, my parents were pushing me. After my parents, there was no one there to push me. And then you come into age group.
Mm-hmm.
See here, if you look at in India, the system of the marriage is basically more a family commitment.
Mm. Right.
Okay, how many percentage, like we follow the look at the America, like earlier, especially in the woman, 65% were unmarried, married, against the 89 to 90% in India. Now with the change of generation, things are changing here too. But in my case,